Hello my beautiful book friends and welcome back to another book review. Today we are going to be talking about Rage and Ruin by Jennifer L. Armentrout, the sequel to Storm and Fury. Wait, but like honestly, like look at these two together. Wow. If you haven't read Storm and Fury yet, I'm just going to direct you to my book review on it. It's going to be linked down in the description box below because anything I talk about this book is going to be spoiler to you. But just know that I loved it. The sequel got even more intense and I cannot wait for the third book. So for the people who have read Storm and Fury, let me just talk about a little bit of non-spoilery section. We literally get back into the story where we left off in Storm and Fury. Trinity and Zayn are living together, which just, it's a really complicated situation, but it's a great complicated situation. We are looking for the Harbinger and that plotline just gets even more intense, so just get ready. And I can't say the rest, but I was about to say something else, but I can't tell you that. But the ending left me on a cliffhanger, so I am ready for book 3. I cannot wait to get that in my hands. Go ahead, go read it, come back, and we can discuss this book together. Now I'm going into spoilers, so if you haven't read this book, like, this is your warning, like, don't continue on. Okay guys, that ending though, I'm just gonna go right into it. What is happening? Zayn is dead. If you stayed and you haven't read this book, sorry, I warned you. Zayn is dead. Is he like an angel now? Like what's going on? Like he has angel wings, like feather angel wings. Huh? But like no, like no. I refuse to accept that Zayn is gone. He's not gone. He's not gone. He's not. My love for Zayn definitely grew in this book. Reading Why Hot Kiss, I remember just being kind of annoyed with him. Like, I loved him. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I really loved his character, but I do remember getting annoyed with him because he was in the way of my Roth and Layla ship. I just never really learned to, like, love him. But these past 2 books, like, my love for him has just grown so much. Him and Trinity are just meant for each other. The ending, though, like, did anybody expect that Gabriel, the Archangel, to show up? Like, I did not. Let me tell you my theory, and I was convinced about this theory. I don't know why. I really don't. My theory was, it sounds insane now that I'm like saying it out loud, but I thought that Trinity's dad was actually not Michael, but like maybe Lucifer or the Grim Reaper guy. And I thought this because, well, first off, Michael is not a very good dad in this book. And he just seems very like distant and just unattached. And also he told her that he let Misha bond with her because he wanted to see what happened. So I was like, oh my gosh, like what if she's actually like the daughter of like Lucifer or like some like evil angel? He wanted to see what would happen if like a daughter of like Lucifer or something would bond with somebody, you know? And that what if, okay, say if she was like the daughter of Lucifer and that's the reason why Misha got like corrupted through the bond was because like her blood is like corrupted because she's the daughter of Lucifer. I don't know. That's my favorite part about reading books is honestly coming up with theories and seeing if they pan out. I don't think it is gonna pan out. The other Trueborn, Sullen, sorry, he's dead now. That ended very quickly. Okay, my favorite interaction during that fight though, it was so funny. It was a very intense moment, obviously. Like, you know, we're fighting. Trinity's, her bones are breaking. But can we just talk about the moment? Like, obviously, Jennifer's writing is so funny. She always, like, throws in, like, funny dialogue that just, like, lightens the mood, even though it's, like, a really intense moment. And I appreciate it so much because it, like, makes me laugh out loud. Okay, I found it. It's when they were fighting and Gabriel says, considering you're mere minutes from losing control of your grace while he is over there checking his picture book. He's talking about Sullen, who's actually on Instagram, and he's calling it picture book. And Sullen's just like, Instagram. It's Instagram, Dad. And she goes, you don't even know what Instagram is and you think you're gonna end the world? And then she goes, I bet you think Snapchat is called picture talkie. And then Sullen goes, actually he thought Snapchat meant snapping your fingers when you talked. But did any of you guys see this coming? Because like I really didn't. What were your guys' theories about the ending? Like what do you guys think is going to happen in the third book? Do you think Zayn, Zayn is going to come back? I have no doubt in my mind because I love happy endings. I think Jennifer loves happy endings as well. First off, I love Trinity so much. I just love her character, and I love being back with her character. She's so funny. And like I said before, there's like always lighthearted moments when they're supposed to be like in danger. At the very beginning when she's fighting off this one demon, and she's literally telling him to get more creative about his comments on killing her. She's like, so unoriginal. I'm experiencing secondhand embarrassment on your behalf. Why not get a little bit more creative? And then on the next page, he tells her that he's gonna rip out her throat and all this stuff, and she's like, there you go, that's so much better. Zayn and Stacy. Oh my gosh. This whole thing, that Zayn and Stacy interaction throughout the book, yeah, I mean, I'll admit, I got a little jelly, just like Trinity. I felt Trinity's jealousy through this book. It was very strong. He was holding her and like hugging her like they were long lost friends. Like the very first interaction with Stacy and Trinity. And then Trinity gave that whole like speech. Just know if you hurt him in any way, you'll have to deal with me. Like, okay, Stacy. Okay. I loved her in White Hot Kiss, but in this book, I was like, oh my gosh, Stacy, go away. I knew as soon as she walked in and Trinity saw that shadow behind her, I knew it was Sam. I knew it was Sam, and you know what? It was Sam. I am still so sad about Sam, about what happened to him, because like, he was such a cute character. He was just so pure and so sweet. And even as a ghost, he's like so cute and so sweet. He just keeps rattling on so many facts that just like, how would anybody know this? That moment when Zayn and Trinity were fighting off these zombies, oh my gosh, I hate zombies. Books about zombies, movies about zombies, like I just like zombies in space. Like that is my limits. Like I can sometimes read books, sometimes watch movies with zombies in them, but like it really does like freak me out. It's just really gross. I totally got the Walking Dead vibes from this, even though I've never watched The Walking Dead and I never will watch The Walking Dead. And I loved Roth in this book. I'm glad that we got a little bit more like interactions with Roth because I miss Roth so much. I actually this morning after I finished this book, I went and like reread some of my favorite parts of the White Hot Kiss trilogy. Just Roth. I love Roth so much. I mean, and like he literally loves Layla so much. Like this one part when Roth is like trying to get Trinity to go and like help him with these witches, and she's like, why do you even need my help? Normally I wouldn't, but the deal for Bambi was brokered through Cayman. If I go back on the deal, Cayman dies. I like Cayman, but Layla really likes him. If he dies, she'll cry. We've already established what happens when Layla is upset. Luckily, the Coven hasn't left the city yet, but word has it they will soon. We need to act now. Like he loves Layla so much, and just seeing them together was so cute in this book. And I also liked the interactions with Layla because in the first book, like Trinity did not like Layla, but like for like she didn't like not like her. She just felt a little bit threatened by her. But I'm glad they've kind of found a little bit of a balanced ground. I'm hoping that Trinity also like becomes friends with Layla and Stacy. That moment when Trinity and Zayn were like about to hook up and he got really mad because Trinity didn't want to kiss him because she didn't want it to mean more. Zayn got so mean after that. Like he literally told her that, you know, if you don't mind, I'd like to get some sleep. Ignored her so much after those few days, and it was like so mean. He even hung out with Stacy, like took Stacy to that ice cream parlor and was just like rude towards Trinity. And when Trinity showed up to like tell Stacy that Sam was here, she got so freaked out. I was just like, Stacy, sit down. Let Trinity talk. One question I have is this girl that lived in the building with Zayn and Trinity, she can also see ghosts. What is going on? Like I need to know more about what's going on there because we keep getting like little snippets of Peanut talking about this girl and how this girl has like a really weird like home life. I think this girl has to have some type of like significance because she can also see ghosts and she's being brought up so much. Back to that ice cream parlor scene, Zayn literally acted like Trinity was a burden because she couldn't make her way back to their home. He had to like call an Uber for her, but like he just acted so rude about it. Yeah, that was like a moment in the book where I wasn't really liking Zayn that much, but I also like loved the drama that was happening. The first moment that we met that Harbinger was so scary when Trinity was like running towards him and then she fell in that hole, and that, oh my gosh, it was something out of a horror film. She couldn't see anything around her, and she just heard him jump down. He didn't say anything, but then he kept like laughing because like she couldn't see anything. It was just so creepy. Also, like, I'm kind of sad that Sullen is gone because like we didn't get to learn anything about this dude besides that he was like Southern and he was kind of an arrogant jerk. It seemed like Gabriel actually raised him. Why isn't Michael raising Trinity at all? Like, she doesn't know any of the angelic like language. If he had just like prepared her, she probably would have been more prepared to like fight, and also she would have been able to read like all this angelic like language and like know what it means. Now that Sullen's gone, Gabriel is after Trinity. Like, he wants her. Like, he's like, oh, she's my daughter now. Like, no, how are we going to defeat this guy? Like, I don't know, because Trinity could barely fight him. I guess we're gonna need some help from below, which makes me slightly uncomfortable to even say. And then when Trinity and Zayn finally like mated, which, ew, I hate saying that, when they finally got together and the consequence was Zayn like losing like some of his like warden abilities, what is the cure for that? Well, I mean, he's dead now, but I mean, he's gonna come back, right? Okay, that one really sweet moment when Zayn and Trinity moved back into their like new house and he put stars on the ceiling. That was so cute. That was so sweet. I knew he was gonna do it too, because as soon as she told him that she missed her stars, I was like, if this boy freaking puts up stars on the ceiling, I'm just gonna fall more in love with him. I also knew that Zayn was gonna die. Like, I had a really bad suspicion, mostly because it was just what Trinity was so worried about. Zayn goes, in death nothing would keep me from you, that I swear. And then she says, I'd do the same if you were killed. I'd do anything to bring you back. And plus, when they talked to the senator and he was trying to get the Grim Reaper to like bring back his wife, and like all the dots, like it just started coming together, I was just like, no. Jennifer, don't do it. Don't you do it. Then that brings us to this. They were angelic wings. Zayn was an angel. And that was the end of the book. I don't know what to do, guys. Like, I would love to know some of your guys' theories about what's gonna happen in the next books, because he's dead. Like, he's dead. Like, it's not one of those times where like a character dies and then we bring him back to life all in the same book. I am so excited for the third book. It's going to be the conclusion, which is also really sad, but I'm excited for what's to come. Let me know in the comments down below your guys' thoughts on this book and what you guys think is gonna happen in the third book. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!